The voice in your head has been impersonating you your entire life. It speaks in your tone. It uses your memories. It says I before almost every sentence. And because it sounds so familiar, you have probably never stopped to ask the most dangerous question: who is actually hearing it? Because if the voice in your head were truly you, there would be no distance between you and the voice. You would not notice it. You would simply be it. But you do notice it. Right now, thoughts are appearing, and something is aware that they are appearing. By the end of this video, I do not want you to accept this as a spiritual idea. I want you to examine your own experience so directly that the identity you have been defending your whole life becomes difficult to locate. Start here. Wait for your next thought. Do not create one. Do not force one. Just watch. What will it be? You cannot know until it appears. So when it does appear, ask yourself, did I choose that thought? Or did I become aware of it after it had already arrived? Now look very carefully. Maybe the mind says, I chose it. But that sentence is also another thought that appeared. So where is the chooser before the thought? Can you actually find a thinker producing thoughts? Or do you only find thoughts claiming that a thinker exists? A thought appears. Then another thought says, I am thinking. The second thought takes ownership over the first. It creates the impression that there is a separate someone behind the mind operating it. But here's where it gets strange. If a sound appeared in the room saying, I created every sound in this room, you would not automatically believe it. Yet when a thought says, I created that thought, you rarely question it. Because the thought uses the word I. But placing the word my in front of experience does not reveal an owner. It only creates the idea of one. A sensation appears in the body. Then a thought says, I feel anxious. A memory appears. Then a thought says, that happened to me. An action happens. Then a thought says, I decided to do that. This is the part that most people skip. The narration comes so quickly that it feels like the narrator caused the event. Before the sentence, I am breathing appears, breathing is already happening. Before the sentence, I am hearing appears, sound is already present. Before the sentence, I am seeing appears, color and shape are already appearing. Life does not wait for the voice. The voice comments on life after it has already begun. Almost every form of psychological suffering depends on forgetting that the narrator is narration. The voice says, you are failing. The body tightens. The voice says, something terrible is going to happen. The heart speeds up. The voice replays a mistake from years ago, and the body reacts as though it is happening now. But that answer creates an even bigger problem. The thought is not merely heard, it is believed to be you. If you can hear the sentence, I am not good enough, then the sentence is something appearing to awareness. It comes, changes, and disappears. So can it be what you fundamentally are? Do not answer with another sentence, but look. The mind will try to escape this by saying, fine, I am not the thought, I am the awareness. But that can become another identity, another label, another thought saying, I. So do not replace one concept with a more spiritual concept. Can you see awareness as an object? Everything you can point to appears within awareness. The room, the body, the pressure in your face, the sound of my voice, the image of your own hands, even the feeling that you are located somewhere behind your eyes. But here's the uncomfortable part. That feeling of being a person inside the body is also appearing. If the sense of me can be noticed, then it is not the one doing the noticing. Perhaps it is a pressure in the head. Perhaps it is a mental image of your face. Perhaps it is a story made of memory. Perhaps it is a subtle feeling of ownership. Whatever you find, ask, is this actually the observer, Or is this something being observed? Now look again. This is not about believing that there is no self. It is about trying to find the self you already assume is there. Where exactly is the thinker? Where exactly is the controller? Where exactly is the one living your life? Do not point to the body is seen. Do not point to a feeling, the feeling is known. Do not point to a memory. Memory appears now as thought or image. Do not point to the voice is heard. Anything you find is already an object in experience. And the one who supposedly owns experience never appears as an object at all. But here's where the mind panics. If no separate thinker can be found, thoughts still happen. If no separate controller can be found, actions still happen. If no separate experiencer can be located, experience still appears. So what exactly was the I doing? Perhaps it was narrating life and then claiming ownership. Decisions still appear, intelligence still functions, the body still responds, speech still happens. What begins to collapse is the imagined owner behind all of it. But when the voice says, I am broken, I am trapped, or I will never be free, its authority weakens because you have seen what it is, a thought, not the thinker. Now try one final experiment. Imagine the voice becomes completely silent for 30 seconds. Would existence vanish? Would seeing stop? Would sound disappear? Would breathing end? Or would life continue without commentary? This is the part most people misunderstand. For an instant, the story of you is absent, but experience remains. The narrator disappears, reality does not. And this is the uncomfortable truth. You may have spent years trying to improve a character who exists mainly as a stream of mental claims. But the deepest freedom is not giving the narrator a better script. It is seeing that the narrator was never the one watching the movie. So the next time the voice says, I am anxious, pause. Do not argue with it. Do not replace it with a positive thought. Ask, what exactly is aware of this sentence? Then look without answering, because any answer the voice gives is just another appearance. Keep looking, not for a mystical experience, not for a glowing state or a new identity. Look for the one who is supposedly inside the body, thinking the thoughts, making the decisions, and hearing the voice. If you search honestly, you may find sensations, images, memories, reactions, and more thoughts. But you will not find the separate owner they describe. And that absence is not emptiness in the negative sense. It is the open awareness in which the voice, the body, the world, and the entire feeling of being a person appear. Now notice what this means. The voice in your head has spent its whole life saying, I, but it has never shown you the one it is talking about. And when that voice finally becomes silent, what you are will not disappear, only the impersonation will.